Hi, everyone. I'm Dina Proctor, life and business coach and author of the best-selling book, Madly Chasing Peace, How I Went From Hell to Happy in 9 Minutes a Day. My topic for today's video is how do you stay grounded, centered, and connected when you're traveling, when you're all over the place, when your schedule feels like it's out of your control and you've just got so much going on. I have recently been on the road quite a bit, and there was a challenge to being able to keep myself grounded and centered when I was in among all of these different people and situations and time zones. And how do you stay grounded and connected while you're on all of these great trips and bringing your message around the world? So happy problem to have, definitely. I love being on the road, but it does present that challenge. So I have a couple tips that really helped me get through it, and I hope will translate and help you as well. The first tip for me was to bring something from home that grounds me, centers me, and connects me. And for me, that something from home is Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now book. That book was the catalyst. It was what I read right prior to having all of the breakthroughs and transformations that I had in my life, and I always refer back to it if I feel scattered or if I feel ungrounded or I've been disconnected from my center. I always refer myself to that book. And so for you, you may have a book that grounds you or centers you. It may be a photo or a quote or a saying, something that you can even just take a picture of if you can't bring it with you, but something physical. Maybe it's even a piece of jewelry that you wear, but something physical and small that you can bring with you on all of your travels and tap into to get yourself back to grounding and centering. Something about having the physical pages of that book with me really brings me into that visceral place of, okay, there is a broader perspective. I can see how to get myself back into center. So that really works for me. Another thing is keeping your morning routine even while you're on the road. And sometimes this is difficult because you may have different time zones and jet lag and events at, in all different cities, and it can be really feel like upheaval, that you're just being completely thrown off from all of your normal morning routines. But try to come up with something that you can do in the mornings that gets you grounded and centered for your day. So even if it feels like, I've got to get on a plane at 5 in the morning, am I going to get up at 3 so that I can have my morning routine with me? There's some times where it just feels like it would be too much to have your entire hour or whatever your normal morning ritual is. But just keep little bits and pieces. There may be, instead of reading a chapter, if you read a chapter every morning, maybe read a paragraph. Or instead of meditating for an entire 20 minutes, maybe meditate for 5 minutes. Or like I do, I meditate for 3 minutes. So little bits and pieces that you can keep with you and maybe have a condensed morning routine, just a ritual to get you centered and grounded and connected so that even when you're on the road, you can come from that place of ultimate plugged in wisdom because you've taken the time, even if it's a condensed shortened time, you've taken time in the morning to get yourself to your best place of being able to give and speak to your message even while you're on the road. So that's another little tip for you. The third thing, final thing that really helps me when I'm on the road is meditating or tapping into that place of inner power, peace, and wisdom more frequently throughout the day. Especially if, this is especially good even if I've gotten bad news or something I was expecting didn't come through or I was disappointed by something or thrown off, just something throws me off or gets me out of my zone, out of my center. I will, instead of doing my normal 3 minutes 3 times a day, I'll do 1 minute an hour instead. And, so just kind of take that with you, however that may look for you while you're on the road. You may not do 1 minute an hour, but maybe you can do 1 minute every couple of hours or 3 deep breaths every hour. Even just taking a couple moments and taking 3 deep breaths and imagining that the air you're breathing in is bringing you to that place of inner power, peace, and wisdom within. That just doing 3 breaths like that can make a world of difference, especially if you're crunched for time. And you can be sitting in a room full of people or at a dinner table and take a breath or two like that. Nobody even knows that you're doing it, but it will really change your perspective and shift your energy so that you feel better connected and better grounded and of better service to the people around you. So Just a couple little tips and hints that really help me when I'm on the road. And as always, take what you like and just feel free to leave the rest. I hope this was valuable to you, and I so appreciate you tuning in. Thank you.